Hey everybody, my name is Ariel Sanchez Mora, and my position right now is operating systems engineer at a company called Convergys. And my main focus and the main thing I love is VMware. And I'm currently a VCP 5, VCAP DCD, and I'm studying for my VCAP DCA. The way I started was basically one of my senior VMware administrators in the company started showing me about VMware, and I liked it more and I liked it more until I got the opportunity to start deploying it in another data center. And I asked for a class, and when I went to the class, I learned so much about all the people that are blogging out there and how you mostly could find stuff in Google. And I think after the class, I realized that VMUGs existed, which I didn't know. And I attended my first few VMUGs, and I was always amazed about how all of this was free, and you would learn about stuff and meet people that were also VMware users, right? This VMware user group. And I would hear about the people blogging and how people used Twitter. And I think that using Twitter was the first thing where I said, "Oh my God, this community is so huge." Because I said I can do a blog myself. I can say a little about my experience. But when I started using Twitter, and I basically started by going to the VCDX, which is the biggest certification at the time. And I started following everyone that was a VCDX and following all the authors of the books I had bought. And it was just so amazing to find out all these really smart people putting stuff, right, that I didn't understand half of it. And then I learned about B. Brownbag and some other user-initiated groups that basically put their time to share VMware knowledge. So after Scott Lowe had made a contest on his webpage that he would mentor someone to participate for the first time in a VMUG, and I was so lucky. I had subscribed to his blog by email, and I was looking at my email when that came in, and I was the first commenter. And he helped me out. He said, what do you think you could share? And I basically said, well, I have a pretty good experience with Equalogic and iSCSI, so my first presentation was on that. And it went pretty well. My SAN administrator came with me to the Denver VMUG, and it was phenomenal. I loved it. And then I moved to New York, and I moved May 8th, and maybe some days later there was a big user con, and I attended, and it was phenomenal. And I was able to present, I think, on why I thought that using the VCSA, the vCenter Server Appliance, was the way of the future. Why I no longer wanted to deploy the Windows vCenter. So all of this is free. It's a great way to learn about VMware and be involved in VMware all the time and just feed off all of this great energy that everyone that's in the VMware community has, and there's very much willingness to share what they have learned. And one thing that from that contest that Scott Lowe had done, and from talking to the people in the Denver VMUG and in the New York VMUG and the New Jersey VMUG, is that they can't find a lot of users that are willing to come up and present. So I'm starting a campaign. I'm calling it Hello vWorld, which is just a profile on who you are and why do you love VMware. And the other campaign that I'm starting, and these are Twitter hashtags, is my first VMUG, where you basically say, how was your first VMware user group presentation? And what I also want to do is whenever you know of someone that has gone to a VMUG with you, but and you know this guy is smart, he knows his stuff. You want to nominate them and tell them, hey, I want to see you presenting in the VMUG. Then you call them out in that video. So you say, I presented in the New York City VMUG, and I wish that in this case, Anton and Azaria, either one of those guys who I find are very smart and I really admire, I want to see them presenting in the next VMUG. So help me out, spread the word, and let's see if we can increase the user presentation and make it so that more people are aware of this great V community that is out there and there's very willing to come out and share with others. So hopefully this catches on. Have a good one. Bye bye.